All right, Shalom. This is going to be a part two to history of Laodicea and the Laodiceans, which were Hebrew Israelites that were scattered, all right, to the particular region of Asia Minor. And I'm going to get into a little bit more history, bring out scriptures, and explain to why they were lukewarm, all right? And let's continue again. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 13. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. Right? These churches, what? In Asia Minor. And every camp symbolizes or represents a particular church. All right? And church just means ecclesia. How you say it in the Greek, ecclesia, which means to call out. That's the assembly of Israelites. When you see us on the highways and byways, we're calling out. That's how we did it back in the ancient world. So it's the same thing we're doing now. All right? And we have the truth. That's the big difference. Because somebody could be out there and not speak the truth. But we have the truth. When I speak truth, I'm talking about Great Millstone. All right? And those that teach the same doctrine as well. Other camps that do teach the same doctrine as Great Millstone have this truth. And unto the angel of the church of the Laodiceans write, these things saith the Amen, Salakia, the faithful and true witness, the beginning of the creation of Yahweh, all right, of the Most High. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot, right? Because Laodicea, when you look on the online etymology, it literally means lukewarm. Now, nobody wants to drink lukewarm water, all right? It's either cold, all right? Nobody wants something lukewarm, all right? It's either cold or hot. Like I mentioned coffee in the video yesterday. It better be hot. I don't like it lukewarm or cold. It got to be hot, all right? I know some brothers like that cold coffee. I like that hot coffee. Like a hot tea. I don't like it lukewarm. But anyway, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. All right, so this is talking about the Israelites here, and I'm gonna also too get into some history, how those particular Israelites got to that region. All right, so then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. Meaning Yahweh Shah is gonna spew you and spit you out of his mouth and vomit you out of his mouth. All right, so if you're cold in his truth, the scriptures say put not off from day to day. If you're cold in his truth, then there's Salak, if you're lukewarm in his truth, all right, then you're not really focused in doing the works to the Heavenly Father. You just pretty much don't care about the works, all right? But if you're hot in his truth, like, man, you're hot, you're on fire, you want to do the works, you want to get into history, you want to bring out, of course, milk scriptures, because this is a little milky over here, but either or though, but you still want to get into the spirit of and the habit of staying in his truth, no matter what goes on around you, no matter about family members, no matter about wicked ass 2/3, all right? Because you're gonna have, of course, demons messing with you, but still, that don't mean you can't be hot in his truth. Your main focus has to be his truth. Have that hot mind state, all right? That mindset, Salakia. Verse 16. Revelation chapter 3, verse 16. Revelation chapter 3, verse 16. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. Because thou sayest, I am rich and increased with goods. Now, once again, they dealt with commerce. I'm going to commerce. Laodicea was famous for its wealth. So you had some rich Israelites. They were rich. They were filthy rich. You know what it reminds me when I read this? Tulsa, Oklahoma. And by the way, it wasn't just Tulsa, Oklahoma during the 1920s and such and such. You had other communities too of so-called Negroes thriving, all right? Men, women, all right, and children, all right? The lawyers, doctors, all right? You had other communities of Israelites thriving, okay? Of course, the so-called white man created and started a race war in Tulsa, Oklahoma and dropped the bomb over Tulsa, Oklahoma. Some say it wasn't no bomb, but it was. All right, if you could look at the infrastructure, the way that place was pretty much destroyed, it dropped the bomb on it. That's Esau's blessing, going back to Genesis 27 and 40. All right, and the blessing of the sword, and they got the fatness of the earth. Genesis 27 and verse 39. All right, but anyway, Laodicea was famous for its wealth. Laodicea got its name from Antiochus II Theos, all right, named it after Laodicea the first. Laodicea the first, all right? That was his wife. One writer, he's from the Seleucid Empire. You can find that written also in Daniel's 11, all right? Was one of Alexander's 4 generals, main generals. One writer refers to the city as the home of millionaires. All right, what did the scriptures say about riches? Let's grab that. Man. 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 7. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out, because our people feel like because they are millionaires, or like, just take any one of your favorite entertainers, for example. If you look at their condition, probably like 10 years from, well, it won't be. Lord willing, this place will be done by then. All right, the RFID microchip, World War III. All right, but the money they make now, and you just look at their condition, man. Like Jay-Z, for example. All right, he had, like, back in the 90s, he was flourishing, making money, all these videos and looking young and stuff like that. Now he's got a witch of a whore to be his wife or his girl or whatever she call herself. But, you know, she's into that witch stuff, all right? She's a demon, all right? A warlock or whatever. And Jay-Z is one too. He's an Illuminati. He works for the so-called white man or these elites. All right, but just look at their condition. All he talk about selling crack. Who the hell wants to listen to somebody that talks about selling crack and killing your own people and having riches? And it tells you here, the riches of the world are gonna, matter of fact, it says here, for we brought nothing into this world, like the Laodiceans. They brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. Even Solomon said, all the riches he had, it was vexation of spirit. All the women he had, it was vexation of spirit. Solomon had way more than Jay-Z. Jay-Z ain't got nothing compared to Solomon. And Solomon was like, man, which, by the way, is a so-called black man as well. All right? So he looked at the riches like, man, look, man, this don't mean nothing. Ain't none of this stuff mean nothing, because Yahweh Shai, and it says here, look, Salaki, that ain't the scripture. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. So this church in Laodicea, all right, which I believe it was the 7th and the last church of Asia Minor, they, and 7 it means completion, all right? And the Apostle Paul cared for this particular church, just like Yahweh Shai, he cared for this particular church, all right? But they were all about money. And Yahweh Shai saying, man, forget all that. Just leave that behind you, man. Just forsake lands, forsake your business, man, and do my business. And that's how Yahweh Shai pretty much was telling the church of Laodicea, because Yahweh Shai was about his father's business. All right, that's real riches, to know that you're created, the one that made and created Yahweh Shai bowed down and pretty much served the Heavenly Father according to everything that the Heavenly Father was asking Yahweh Shai to do. All right, he took like a man. Being with Yahweh Shai is real riches. All right, I got another precept to back that up, but let me just read this right here. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. Now, what else did Laodicea have? One writer refers to the city as the home of millionaires due to the wealth of her citizens. The large part of the city's wealth was due to the wool produced there. All right, that wool, black wool, was produced in Laodicea. All right, I'm pretty sure other parts too, but Laodicea flourished with that. Excellent location for trade. All right. They had the proper highways to get the commerce, from one place to another. They had the proper roads and stuff like that, even though we ain't supposed to be walking on all this damn concrete and things of that nature. Even, like that hard surface that breaks your back. All right. Especially here in America, Babylon. All right. Well, we were stronger back then too in the ancient world. So, and having food and raiment, let us be therefore content. Therefore, therewith content. Now, Job said, I have esteemed the words of the Most High more than my necessary food. And that's powerful because you're eating this roll. All right. Even Ezekiel was told to eat the roll. All right. But you're eating this roll. And this is the saving of your soul. All right. To esteem the words of the Most High, to have respect for Yahweh's words. And that's these scriptures, this Bible here. No book matches with this Bible. Isaiah 34:16. But to eat those words and continually get fed day by day. This is a pasture. This is green pastures. Eating this word is like, man, you're being fed. All right. Yahweh don't famine nobody. All right. No, he don't famine his elect. Let me say that. He does famine the wicked. All right. And raiment, let us be therewith content. The scriptures say, put not off from day to day. This is our raiment. All right, our spiritual garments. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare. And so they had a stern and warning about the riches that they had. Don't let this right here be a stumbling block to you. All right, all the money you have and all the riches, don't let it be a stumbling block to you. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. And perdition is another way of saying destruction. For the love of money is the root of all evil. Now, the scriptures say use the world, but don't abuse the world. So this church right here was pretty much being warned that, look, use the world, but don't abuse the world. That's pretty much what the scriptures were saying to them. All right, because Yahweh is the real riches, right? And I still got that precept to back me up, all right, on what I'm reading here. For the love of money is the root. For the love of money, verse 10. I'm in 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, desired after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Now, if you got faith, all right, you're going to know that the substance that we believe is going to be given to us in the kingdom is going to be greater than any riches on this side. So that takes a lot of faith. All right, it takes for you to be dedicated with dedication. All right, it takes a lot of dedication and for you to be dedicated in His truth to have faith. All right, not what $1 million, a stupid ass stimulus check. Nobody cares about that. A dumbass job, you're making a couple of $100 a week or whatever. That's not going to last. All right, and the type of jobs that some brothers do is stressful to the body. Me, I work behind a garbage truck. You think I want to be smelling some dirty ass, stinking ass garbage? All right, I'm used to it because I've been working, 11 years on the back of the garbage truck. But it stink. All right, it's not good for your health. But look, I'm 40 years old. I look like I'm 20-something years old. All right. I love saying that. All right, but anyway, Laodicea was famous for its wealth. One writer refers to the city as the home of millionaires. All right. That was it on that, I believe. Verse 11. But thou, O man of Yahweh Yahushua, Timothy chapter 6, verse 11. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 11. But thou, O man of Yahweh Yahushua, flee these things and follow after righteousness. Yahushua is the real riches, right? Godliness, faith, love, patience, and meekness. All right. Riches. Let me look that up right quick. Don't know where it's at, but I believe it's in Psalms or Proverbs. I might be mistaken. Oh yeah. Proverbs chapter 8, verse 18. Riches and honor are with me. All right. With Yahushua, he comes in the volume of the book. All right. Riches and honor are with me. Yea, durable riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. I lead in the way of righteousness, in the midst of the paths of judgment, that I may cause those that love me to inherit substance, and I will fill their treasures. So in the kingdom, we're going to have everything. If Yahushua saying 100-fold and you're reading it out the scriptures, how much more you think he's got for those? Because some men Yahushua has more favor in some men than others. It's just the truth. He deals with certain men than others, but every brother's gonna have they portion. Every brother's gonna have wives, children. All right, brothers ain't got no women on this side, no sons and daughters on this side. But don't you want sons? All right, don't you want to? That's where real fatherhood begins in the kingdom, not here. This ain't no real fatherhood. Yes, you can raise up a child in the way you should go on this side, but we're going to have real riches on the other side. All right, that I may cause those that love me to inherit. The 2/3 don't love Yahweh while Yahweh shy. Nay, Satan don't love Yahweh while Yahweh shy. General Yohana don't love Yahweh while Yahweh shy. All these people that talk about they love Jesus Christ and all this other garbage, they don't love Yahweh Shai. All right? And his name is Yahweh Shai. Ain't no damn Jesus Christ neither. All right? Whatever you want to call him. All right? Because you got a lot of people calling him Jehovah for the Heavenly Father's name or whatever. Then you got a lot of people using the title Christos. All right? Whatever you want to call him, it ain't right. All right? Because you're not supposed to call him by any other name. All right? So that I may cause those that love me to inherit substance, and I will fill their treasures. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way before his works of old. All right, but let me just get this. Let me get that durable riches. Handed forward, advanced, enduring, durable, surpassing. All right, what's the athak? It's the Hebrew word athak, if I said that right. Handed forward, advanced, enduring, durable, valuable, eminent, surpassed. So the Laodiceans had worldly riches. They used the world and also they abused the world too, because it says here, all right. It says here, we are the same like mind, the same like body. We ought to lay down lives for the brothers. All right. So that way, man, we don't want to see brothers perish on this side. You got certain men that pray that you fall out the truth, and that ain't the spirit of being. Don't pray for nobody. I don't care if you're your worst enemy. You don't pray for nobody to fall out this truth, especially if they teach the same doctrine. Don't do that. That's wicked. That's witchcraft. Now that's witchcraft. All right. Revelation chapter 3, verse 17. Because thou sayest, I am rich and increased with goods, I have need of nothing, and knowest not that thou art wretched and miserable and poor and blind and naked. Right, you're not clothed with the real riches. Yahweh said durable riches, surpassing. So what, you know what it is to surpass everything that you desire. The Lord said, what, King David, I will give you your heart's desire. Surpass everything you ever wanted in this life, and then some, and be in a new body, and beyond your, oh man, all the thoughts that plague your mind, being overwhelmed on this side in this kingdom. It is polluted, man. It will destroy you with a sure destruction. This is why the elect, or the hopeful elect, know it's acceptable not to fall into this trap, all right, here in America, because these devils are trying to swallow us up. And we're always a day-to-day basis getting the victory through Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai. Why? Because they can't stop this truth from going out there, all right? They can't. Riches, and man, read that again. Proverbs chapter 8, verse 18. Riches and honor are with me. Right? I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. Riches and honor are with me. We have this truth, all right? Yea, durable riches, surpassing riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. All right, and my produce, gain of wisdom. So this wisdom is what's going to all right, to keep us grounded. Knowledge and wisdom to be the stability of thy times. All right, that's why you got to continue going, because you know you're fighting for a crown, an incorruptible crown. Now the riches of this world are corruptible. They fade, all right? They don't really have the value. Yes, you do have precious stones and stuff like that. They have a lot of value in it, but they're really not how we're going to be using them in the kingdom. It's not going to be like this, all right? It's this place right here, you can only do so much, but it's limited. It's limited. In the kingdom, it's not going to be limit. It's no limit to it, all right? My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver, all right? Now, we're going to get into how Israelites got into... Bam, let's look up Antiochus the Third, which, there I go. Let me just think of the time. Antiochus. Okay. The Apostle Paul cared for this church. Even Epaphras, matter of fact, I'll read that after. Let's do this first. This is an Edomite devil here by the name of Antiochus the Third or Antiochus the Great. You can find him written. He actually ruled for quite a long time. All right, he ruled from 222 to 187. All right, you can find him written in the book of Daniel, chapter 11 as well. He was the son of, let's see if I can remember without looking, Seleucus II Colonicus. Seleucus III, no, Salakia. I believe it was, his father, Seleucus II Colonicus. I was right. All right, come on. But let's go into Antiochus the Third under Antiochus and the Jews. Should be right over here. Antiochus and the Jews, the southern kingdom, Benjamin, Levi, and Judah, all dark-skinned men around this particular time as well. Now remember, Esau likes changing history, billions of years, and things of that nature. They had all that time to manipulate, and they failed horribly. Anyway, Antiochus III resettled 2,000 Israelite families. The word ish or Jewish means to pertain, a suffix like ish means to pertain at the end of that word. All right, but we're the real Hebrew Israelites. Antiochus III resettled because we can live it. We live it. All right, we live this book. Antiochus III resettled 2,000 Israelite families from Babylonia into the Hellenistic Anatolian regions of Lydia and Pergia. Right, because we were in Babylon. All right, we were carried there too. All right, before the what's that? Damn. We still living there around the time of the Persians too. We used to already spread out. But into the, let's get to the point before I slip up. Into the Hellenistic Anatolian regions of Lydia and Pergia. That's where Laodicea was at, in Pergia. All right, Asia Minor. You had Colossae, Hierapolis, and Laodicea in the same particular like cities, like right close to each other. All right. Now the Apostle Paul didn't travel at Laodicea, but he wrote a letter dealing with the Colossians. They were by Laodicea, and he left it with Epaphras, and you had other Israelites that did go there. All right. He is not the king of the Hanukkah story who was resisted by the Maccabees. Rather, that was his son Antiochus IV Epiphanes. On the contrary, Josephus portrays him as friendly toward the Jews of Jerusalem and cognizant of their loyalty to him. Yeah, because you had wicked Israelites that made, all right? But the Antiochus that came out of, when it talks about, matter of fact, I'll get it. A wicked root came out of him. It's talking about Antiochus IV. All right, because he was the most wicked of the Seleucid Empire, Antiochus IV. Let's see if I can get it over here. Verse 9. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves, talking about Alexander the Great's generals. There was more than 4 generals, way more than that. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, okay, the king, who had been in hostage at Rome, talking about Antiochus IV, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks, Esau, Edom. And those, the original Greeks, by the way, are Japhites, all right? They were another family line of dark-skinned people as well. All right, the Japhites. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. All right, yeah, no wonder they had flourishing that, it says here, portray him as friendly toward the Jews, because you had some wicked Israelites that sold out. Okay, look, he lowered taxes. All right, he granted subventions, like you got that dude, Grandmaster J. That's like Esau's like Antiochus the Third, and Grandmaster J is just a sellout nigga, a coon ass nigga. All right, no wonder you low. Okay, y'all can do whatever y'all want. Okay, y'all can bear arms here. That's your amendment, what your Second Amendment, whatever it is. All right, oh y'all can bear arms. Don't worry about it. But I'll give you everything. You know, as long as you deal with us and be a coon and sell out and be an agent. Okay, here, this is what you can do and what you can't do. All right, just like a 501c3 charter with Nate. All right, that's how they got to Pergia and all that. All right, now let's go to, you had Philemon was in the church of Colossae, right? Which was right close to Laodicea. All right, they were rich. These Laodiceans, they were rich, man. They had all the money. They used the world, but they abused the world. All right, they used and abused the world. They had all that money, but that's not durable riches. All right, let's go to Colossians. Let's start at chapter 2. For I would that he knew what great conflict I have for you. Because the Apostle Paul wrote this letter. They say Timothy had a part to do writing the letter as well, but the Apostle Paul, all right, that's just the order of it. And for them at Laodicea, because Timothy was considered the Apostle Paul's son in the faith, right? But you always got to look at the higher ups, all right? And those that have the rule over you. And for them at Laodicea, and for as many as have not seen my face in the flesh, right? Because the Apostle Paul didn't go to the church in Laodicea, all right? That their hearts might be comforted, being knit together in love. That word love is agape, G26, which means love, or brotherly love. And unto all riches, I just read to you durable riches. The Apostle Paul spoke about durable riches. All right, but what's that? Spiritual riches, or which are greater than physical riches, all right? Of the full assurance of understanding to the acknowledgement of the mystery of Yahweh and of the Father and of Mashiach Yahweh Shai, in whom are hid all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge. So they're right there saying not that worldly. Right there is cutting the Laodiceans. Okay, you got all this business. You're flourishing. You're like a Tulsa, Oklahoma, and then some. All right, but that's not enough. You want this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which is going to save your soul. That way you can really see those physical riches in the kingdom. All right, when Yahweh establishes and when we get to that kingdom. All right, but still a lot of things that, a few more prophecies. Well, a lot of prophecy, you look at it. But you know what I'm saying? There's still things that have to happen. All right? Like Esau going into slavery for 1,000 years. That's a prophecy. RFID microchip has to be mandated. World War III. Okay? And this I say, lest any man should beguile you with enticing words, because you had wicked Israelites in Laodicea. And I guarantee you a lot of them went back to making that covenant in agreement with Antiochus III the Great. All right? That's why you got something called reincarnation. They do the same exact thing. 2/3 come back and do the same exact thing. That's why they can't defeat us. Every time they go against these scriptures, they want to come at us with that Kemetic garbage, that Pan-Africanism garbage, that Umar Johnson garbage, all right? That Harriet Tubman, the she Moses of nah, man. She was a sellout too. She was a coon too, and that's just the truth. All right, all your so-called black leaders have failed you. All right, where they at? Where they at? The only ones standing are Hebrew Israelites, but really great millstone. All right? And you know what a great millstone does. Brothers probably don't even know what a millstone is. Brothers got GMS on their name. Probably don't even never read what a millstone is. But we will grind your ass. All right? To the acknowledgement of the... Oh, my bad. And this I say, lest any man should beguile you with enticing words, for though I be absent in the flesh, yet am I with you in the spirit. What? How? Also too, because you got now, and that's crazy. I'll read this, but you got what you call the internet now. All right, your apostles, our apostles, might not travel to a particular region, But guess what? They communicate, or they're in the spirit, all right? They're with brothers that live in other regions, all right? That word goes out there and it reaches other brothers in different regions, like the brother in Finland. Okay, you got the brothers in Germany. You got the brother in Australia, all right? We're there in spirit because this book has the same as that. We're in the same like mind. When we read the scriptures, we're in the same spirit, all right? So we are with each other in spirit, all right? Joying and beholding your order, and the steadfastness firm of your faith in the Mashiach Yahushua. What? This is to the Laodicea and also to the Colossians and Hierapolis. You had Israelites all over that place, all right? Established that the faith had been bound, okay? Let's go to Colossians chapter 4. Colossians chapter 4. Okay? Once amiss, I believe he's from Colossae. Okay, verse 12. Epaphras, I believe he was also from Colossae, who is one of you. Let's check that out right quick. He gave the message to the the Laodiceans, all right, and a lot of other apostles. I don't believe it was just this brother right here, all right. See something? I believe he was from Colossae, but Epaphras, who is one of you, a servant of Mashiach Yahushua, saluteth you, always laboring fervently for you in prayers, that he may stand perfect and complete in all the will of Yahweh Yahushua. Now, this brother right here didn't stop praying. He prayed without ceasing. All right? And that's the way we should be too. All right? But sometimes you got to watch out what you pray for and what you ask. All right? For I bear him record that he hath a great zeal for you, and them that are in Laodicea and them in Hierapolis. Okay? Luke, the beloved physician, and Demas greet you. Salute the Achaim, which are in Laodicea, and Nymphas, and the church which is in his house. And when this epistle is read among you, cause that it be read also in the church of the Laodiceans. Right, the epistle read among the Colossians. All right, or cause it to. It was the same region: Colossae, Laodicea, and Hierapolis. It was in the same exact region. All right. And that he likewise read the epistle from Laodicea and say to Archippus, take heed to the ministry which thou hast received in the Lord, that thou fulfill it. The salutation of greeting, shalom, by the hand of me, Paul. Remember my bonds, grace be with you, the water Tawabaman. All right. And also too, and the reason why that word spread abroad too, when you go to Acts chapter 19, when the apostle Paul went to Ephesus, right? Now, this letter, I forgot where it's written from, Rome, or the Apostle Paul was in prison in Rome, or Salakia. Got to look that up more. I was actually trying to look that up a little bit before, but I haven't quite got the exact proper information on that yet, so I won't do that. Acts chapter 19 and verse 10. This was when the Apostle Paul was in Ephesus. I believe he was in Ephesus. I'm pretty sure I'm right on this. Yeah. And it came to pass that while Apollos was at Corinth, Paul, having passed through the upper coast, came to Ephesus. Now, Ephesus is on the west coast of Asia Minor. Like, pretty much like that was another maritime city. All right. They dealt with the great goddess Diana. All right. The women worship. A lot of Israelites bow down to the black queen over there. Well, she was a damn devil. The great goddess Diana, or Artemis. Or either Artemis in the Greek and Diana in the Latin. Same devil bitch. All right, but anyway. Acts chapter 19, verse 10. And this continued by the space of 2 years, that all they which dwelt in Asia what? Asia Minor, heard the word of the Lord Yahushua, both Jews and Greeks, Israelite foreigners. That's where the Apostle Paul went to. That's the Apostle Peter also went to. But it was Israelite foreigners. And Epaphras good indicated that he could have been one of those that woke up to the truth, because the Apostle Paul was in the church of Ephesus, bringing out this word, and that truth spread abroad. All right. It says the word of the Most High increased. 95. Hold on. So mightily grew the word of Yahweh Yahweh Shai and prevailed. All right, whether it was in Asia Minor, was in Macedonia, Greece, and Achaia, Greece. Okay, to go to Jerusalem, saying, after I have been there, I must also see Rome. So you had a lot of Israelites waking up. This is a great awakening of back then. But now we are back on this earth. We're awakening again, all right? We ain't never left. We're right here, you know what I'm saying? The spirit goes back to the Heavenly Father, reincarnation, all right? Even another way to prove reincarnation, even Yahweh, now let me shut up on that. But let me not even mention that. Let me just stick to, before I get carried away here, Salakia. Saying, after I have been there, I must also see Rome. All right, so you had the Apostle Paul, the history of Israelites in Laodicea, Antiochus III, the Great, or Antiochus the Third, carried Israelites there. All right, when the time he was ruling during the, he was, I believe, the third, yeah, of course, the third king of the Seleucid Empire. It was Seleucus, no, I might be wrong on that. It was Seleucus I Nicator, Antiochus the Second Theos, Seleucus the Second Colonicus, Antiochus the Third, Antiochus Epiphanes the Fourth. But it was more than that. There was more than that. Salakia. Gotta look that up again. But it's all good though. But Antiochus the Third carried a lot of Israelites to Laodicea, as well as Hierapolis, and as well as Ephesus, who had a lot of places that these devils was carrying us to. All right. And Laodicea was named after Antiochus the Second Theos. He named it after, named by Antiochus the Second Theos. He named it after his, what's the name again? Laodicea the First. All right, but there you go. Lord willing, is an edifying video. This is going to be a part 2. And Lord willing, I ain't slip up or whatever, but with that, giving all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Maharakak, and Shalom.